Okay, I'm setting up to do some powder coating. I'm going to powder coat the little bases for these little motors. I've got it right here. And what I'm going to do first off, get it away from the oven here. And I'm just going to take some brake cleaner. And I'm just going to try to, you want to make sure you get all the fingerprints off. And I've got some wooden pegs in the holes, and this wire that I have on here is going through protecting those two holes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'm going to let it in the oven to get hot for a little bit to make sure there's no fingerprints or nothing on it. So hopefully I won't catch fire. Hopefully it's dried out enough. And I've got a little shelf in there. I'm just going to set it on that shelf in here. And I'm just going to let it get hot for about 15 minutes. I'm going to take it out and let it cool all the way down. And then we'll proceed to coat it. But I need to set my pressure regulator here. Got that laying here. And we'll hook that up. I want it about 20 psi or even less. And we'll start at 20 or about 18. And then I need the hose to go to the gun. So we got this coiled hose, the type of hose that I really don't care for because they seem to always get tangled for me. Okay, and then we hook that to the gun. I'll hook that to the gun when we're ready. And I have the box sitting over here, the electric box, and the ground wire here. Don't ever pull the trigger and hit the pedal without this ground wire hooked up. Let me tell you, it gives you a hell of a surprise. It zaps you, because what it does is when you're powder coating, it, let's see if I can get under the hose here, it energizes this probe on the end with a high voltage, and as that powder goes by that, it comes down this in the inside, it gets charged, and it gets a positive charge, and that negative wire gives the part a negative charge, and the opposites attract, so the paint gets attracted right to the part. So what you do is basically pull the trigger, hit the pedal first, then pull the trigger, and then it'll start. And you never fill the jug up. Just put just a little bit in it. You don't want it full. So the only color I've got right now that I've been using is black. And it's not even a gloss black, it's a matte black. This is what I've been using. I've used it on a few things, so it usually doesn't turn out too bad. And this stuff is real durable. It's not gonna chip or peel, or I haven't had any yet that did. So that's been in there for a while now. It should be up to temperature. I'm gonna get pliers or something to take that out with. I got a big needle nose. Get that. If I can find it. And a big needle nose here, and it's because it's going to be hot. I don't want to burn my little fingies. So I need a place to set that down. That's not, doesn't have any oil or anything on it. And cool it off. Yeah, it's hot. Should have thought this. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll just take and set it down on top of this. And let that sit there and cool for a while until I can grab that wire and touch it. And I think I got the oven set at the right temperature. Doesn't tell me on here. Oh yeah, it does on the back side here. 400. It's I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's 400 degrees. After surface has melted to a gloss. Well, this isn't gloss, but 400, and then you got to kind of keep an eye on it. And then after it starts, you'll see it kind of melt or whatever, and then you leave it in for 15 to 20 minutes after that. I usually leave it in about 10 minutes, but I don't think it needs to be 15 to 20 minutes, because I think I've left it in like 10 minutes and it's been fine. I'm going to back you up. I don't know exactly how I'm going to show this. Let's see if I'm right here. Yeah, if I'm right here, you should be able to see it. So, it cooled off. Okay, I want to knock that down a little bit. Okay, so we're about ready. I'm going to hook the air hose up to the gun. And plus it has an air filter on it, so and the power cord here. The ground wire, and we'll just hook that up right there. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'm going to use that needle nose to hold it and hook that somewhere on here where it's going to stay on there. Should stay on there. Okay. Ears hooked up. Grab the gun. Grab the part. And get the pedal over here. Oh, turn it on, dummy. Turn it on. Flip the switch on. Got red light. Like danger, Will Robinson. Alright, so, okay, it's charged, and we don't have air. Oh, I gotta set my regulator. It's not at 20 psi, it's at 0. Alright, try this again. Energize. Okay, it's energized. Ooh, get too close and it'll zap. You don't want to get too close to it. And let's turn the powder up. There's a powder adjustment. Oh crap! Just dropped my ground, but there's a powder adjustment on the side here. And I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't have a zap. Get it? Before I pick it up. I'm chicken about this. I mean, I've been zapped by it, and it doesn't feel good. This needle nose pliers is just too rounded. I wish I should have ground a spot on it. Turn it back on. That's what I'm going to do next time. I'm going to grind the spot on that needle nose charged. You see I adjusted that powder up now. Okay, you can see it's pretty well uniformly coated. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Take the wire off. And then I'm going to grab it with my fingers. And I'm going to try to hang that in the oven over here carefully without knocking the powder off. It's actually doesn't knock off real easy. And I think I am going to use that pliers to put it in there. It's awful hot. And hopefully I can see it when I come to look at it. Okay. So it's hanging in there. Go over here and lower you down. You are lower about as low as you can go on this tripod. You can see it hanging in there. So we're going to close that up, and we're going to kind of keep an eye on it with a flashlight. I wish that little oven had a light in it, but it doesn't. Unplug the unit. And usually it takes about 10 minutes or so to get up to temperature, depending on the part size. I'm trying to round up a kitchen range oven. And I'll mount that up high to where I can, you know, chest level where I can look right in it if I ever get one, and so I can do some bigger parts. Back you up here and zoom in, and you can see in there. Just dangling away in there. I'm thinking it takes about 5 to 10 minutes for it to cool or cool out. Let's get a flashlight here and take a look at it. I'm sure it's not yet. Although this little part is not going to take that long. I think it has. I think it has already got up to temperature. So now we'll leave it in about 10 minutes. So look at the clock. Alright. I'm going to cut away, and then I'll come back after the 10 minutes is up. Okay, it's been about 8 or 9 minutes now. I could have just set the timer, darn it. I wasn't thinking that, but it's got a timer on this oven. I could have just set it for 10 minutes, but yeah, we'll see if we can get it out. I'm going to turn this off. Let me get this out of there. There we go. Let's see if I can. Oop, I'm not in the zone here. But it looks pretty decent to me. Got a little shy in inside radius right there, but it's okay. Now I'm gonna wait for it to cool off, and then we'll put this one together, and I'll let you look at her when I get it all put together. But that's powder coating. That's how I do it anyway, for little parts. And if you have a surface that you don't care about, you know, like when I do the mini hog, and I do the case, I won't care about the bottom because they're going to bolt together. So that'll probably be masked off anyway, so I can set it on that. So I can just set it on that little shelf and slide it in there. So and the oven is big enough actually for that part. So, but anyway, that's what it looks like. It don't look too bad. I'll take a if I have to, I'll take a file and file off where I need to. But I'm thinking I won't need to take anything off anywhere, so. And I'll just straighten the wire out and pull it out and start putting her together. Take the wood pegs out. So, alright. I'm gonna go put her together, and then I'll be back. Okay, I got them both set up and running here. I got on a Y or an old fish aquarium valve, so I could slow one down and have one running faster. This is the one that I painted right here, that I powder coated. I got it running a little faster, just wearing it in a little bit, breaking it in. It's got a couple blocks here to hold the hose, and this one here is the one that I got running last night. I got it running pretty slow. This one hasn't been painted, or the radiuses haven't been put on around it either. I'm wondering, I don't know which one looks better. I kind of like this one rather than powder coated. Other than I put the radiuses on around, I don't know yet. And I'm going to put the radiuses on it and then kind of decide after the fact, I guess, whether I like that one better or this one better. This one does make the brass stand out a little bit. Let's see if I can slow it down. If I slow it down, the other one will probably stop because I got it not getting as much air. Got most of the air coming to the one that's been powder coated. I'm amazed that one's still going. But I'm curious now. My wife said I could blow pretty hard. Let's see if I can get that one to run by just blowing. I'm going to set this one aside over here. Shut this off. Grab the hose. Oh, jeez, don't drop it on the floor. I'll have to back up here, you know, in order to get the whole thing in the picture here. Get me in the picture. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Up here. Back up. Okay. Just so you know that I'm not cheating. Here's the hose. I can get back further yet. I'll get you back over here. Alright, so here's the hose. The hose and the motor. I don't know if I can do it or not. It ain't too dirty. By gum, I can actually make it run. So the wife is right. I am a windbag. Oh boy. She was just kidding, I hope. So anyway, it does, the Huff and Puff, it does go with just puffing on it. There's a little more that I can do for any amount of time though. Oh, turn the air back on over here. Turn it up a little. But they're both running. I'm gonna sit and think about it before I powder coat the other one. I don't know if I really want to or not. Lori back down here. I don't know. I might wait because I'm thinking about ordering some different colors of powder coat, and I might paint the other one a different color. But now I got to figure out how I'm going to mount this on a mount. I might have to tip it over and drill and tap a couple small holes in it in the bottom, and then I don't know if I don't have any glass. I was thinking about using a glass bottle. Cut the bottom of a glass bottle off and top, and then put a slide and a valve basically to like an old tire pump, push down on it. So it would, you know, I just cut the top and bottom off and then put this, and I might put a spring in the bottom to pull it down. That'll supply the air, so you just pull it up and then let it go, and it'll supply the air for a while. Anyway, that's the plan. That's what I'm going to try to do, so that it's kind of like self-contained. So the motor will be mounted on a stand along with this round bottle, cut-off bottle, or whatever I use. I have some glass tubing, but I don't have anything that big. I only have glass tubing about, I think, 1.5 inches diameter. Oh, it's way up on the top shelf. Oh. No, I don't either. That's plastic. I got some glass tubing around here somewhere that I ordered for my, yeah, they're for my oilers, so they're not that, it's not that big. It's only about 1 inch, 1.25 inches. Maybe I need to order some. I think a glass bottle, if I can find the right glass bottle, I think I could do that. I could take a diamond file and cut it off. And this one, the first one that I've got running it's been running a while. You can tell it's a little easier running than the other one. You can see that by me blowing in the tube. I should take it apart and then go ahead and put those radiuses on. I kind of like that. I like those radius to dress it up around the base. Like it's like in the plans. But they both run. They actually both run pretty decent too. So. Boy, they just honk when you. Right there is that's about 8 or 9 pounds right there. And they both still, if I turn one off, then the other one will go a little faster, because it's dividing the volume up between them. So, what's my next project? Oh, I know what my next project is. My next project is that I got it sitting on my bench here already, and what I'm going to do is right here, I'm going to make my headers. I've been saying I was going to do it and didn't do it. Had all the pieces cut and But I'm going to silver solder the pieces together, and I want the header to come out and down on the bottom here, and kind of like what Steve has on his, you know, to come out. Only I don't know if I'm going to go nickel plate him or not. I was toying with the idea of trying to do some nickel plating. I have never done that, nickel plating, and I thought maybe I'd give it a try. I don't know if I can do it or not. I've got power supplies and stuff that I can use to do it with. So, but I want to get rid of the zoomy pipes shooting it up in the air. I want it to come down and be down here. It's a little easier to control if I overfill the oil, or if I have oil in there that's fairly full and it starts blowing an oil mist. It blows it up in the air, and I don't like that. I'd rather have it come down. But that's, like I say, I think that's going to be my next project until it gets nice outside. It's not very nice outside right now. I don't know if you can see out the window over there, if I can zoom in that far. But you see, if you look outside, yeah, it's snowing. And it's coming down pretty good. So we're in a blizzard watch, so that's why I'm out in the garage working here today. The last few days I've been out in the yard doing yard work. So anyway, I think I'm going to end the video here. They both run. You see me powder coat the one. I'm thinking about getting a candy apple red. So that might be what I'm going to powder coat the other one. Or blue. Like blue like this. Nah, it's not like this. A bright blue. But anyway, I'm thinking about doing that, a different color. So, because I want to pick out some colors for my mini hog. That I'm thinking about part of the cover. One of the covers I want to paint chrome, which is a two-part. It's you put the chrome color on, and then you put a clear coat on top, and then the rest of it I'm not exactly sure if I want to paint it black, gray, or a color blue, red. I kind of like that. I've seen some stuff painted that red with that chrome base. That's actually a pretty nice color. So, but I'd sure like to get in. I'm thinking about getting an oven, an old oven. I've been looking around, watching the rummage sale ads. I'll pick one up cheap, dirt cheap, and tear it apart and take off all the stuff that I'm not going to use, and I want to mount it up chest level so I can see right in the oven, and then use that for powder coating. So that'll be a project for the summer to keep my eye open. We have cleanup. We have what they call a cleanup day. And everybody sets their junk on the curb, and there's always appliances sitting on the curb, even though they don't take appliances that day. Keep my eye open. If I see one, I'll pick it up. So, anyway, I better go and quit jabbering. So, I didn't post much video of the build on this. I did post pictures on a couple of the boards. Well, actually, a few of the boards. Didn't get a whole lot of response. That's like people weren't really interested in it, but whatever. That's they're not interested in it. That's fine. It was like I say, it was a fill-in project for me. It was just it was supposed to be my last project of the year, But now that it's snowing out, might be I might be able to sneak another one in. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna work on those headers. But I got a little, you might have seen it sitting here, a little fuel tank. And I always tell everybody when they come over, can you tell me why I'm not using this fuel tank and what's wrong with it? Just by looking at it. Well, if you look at it, and if you look in the inside, this is the vent. Notice the tube in the inside going to the bottom. Then that's the vent. Here's the fuel draw. Oh, where's the tube? I put the darn tube on the vent. It was supposed to be on the draw tube. So it's basically a paperweight. So I suppose I could take and whittle out one end and unsolder it, but makes a nice little paperweight. Yep, I better go. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.